Hello, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, we're back with the NVT Easy Rider engine today. The actual frame now has all gone away for powder coating, all the yellow parts, so all the other bits I'll have to do myself. But the donor engine came a few days ago, so I'll show you what I'm up to with that. And we're trying to strip down the original engine for the bearings and what have you. So come and see how we get on today. Right, so as I said, the donor engine has come. This was a working engine. I've seen it running, and so I've taken the head and the cylinder off, and so this I will just use that piston onto this engine. Looking at other bits and pieces down here, like this is the seal, oil seal in there, it's gaps and what have you. So it would all leak and everything if it did get it to start running a bit. So I'm going to change all the gaskets, all the bearings in there. Hopefully, so the rest of the frame and the yellow parts have all gone off for powder coating. So all the rest of it I'm going to have to do myself. This was a plan. He was going to powder coat that for me, sand it back, blast it back, and do that silver. But I was lucky. I was able to find one pretty much identical online, only £15, and the only difference is probably just a touch shorter, but at least if I powder coated it, it would have been slightly thicker because of the powder coat, which I might have had trouble getting the throttle controls and things on. So I thought I'll blow it. We'll just get that. So it's £15, and so that's to go on at the end. That'd be quite nice. So today I'm going to get on, as I say, taking that frame apart. Even the stand took ages to get off. I ended up having to drill the whole bar off inside, which has damaged the tube it's in a little bit, but it just would not budge. No way could I get it out. And there's also one other little bolt I had trouble getting out. So anyway, that's all off now for painting. So I'm going to start this today. This will be all in one episode, but I'm going to do a little bit a day. So the first bit we need to get this sprocket off, and then turn this up. And this is another problem I can see. You've got these screws instead of bolts to hold the casing together. And do you think they're going to come out? I don't think so, but we'll see. Obviously on the other engine here we've got a new flywheel and all the electrics, so which I'll transfer towards at the end. So the plan for this week is to start stripping this down, and then I'll do what I can today, and then eventually I'm going to give it all a complete clean and everything, the casing, and then we can start getting things back together, all being well. So the first thing to do before we do anything, I'll just get this sprocket off, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully this will come off. Yeah, there we go, that's all right. Yeah, but will the sprocket come off? Of course not. So here we go again. Let me prise this off. Yes, well, that was nice and easy, wasn't it? Ended up having to use this puller off of there. So well, that's off now. Don't want to lose this. I'll probably have to get this wood rough key out as well to get when we get the seals on, if we get to that stage. So yeah, so that's the first bit. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, so apparently it's recommended to start taking it off on the right hand side of the engine. This is the clutch cage, which I have drained of oil. There's probably still going to be some in there. Most of these came loose, one or two didn't. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I've just been using that just to shock them a little bit before I start stripping threads and whatever, or the heads. So we've got a few bolts here, about six, but these are all loose now. So we can take this clutch cover off. Let me just go around and take all these out, and we'll see what's inside or falls apart. Right, so these are 6 bolts, 4 long ones go around there, and then you've got these 2 shorter ones, which are this smaller part here. So is this just going to come apart? Who knows? Let's see. I can just prise that gently. I wouldn't do that normally, but we've got to get it over here. There we go, get it off that seal. bear with me 1 second. I'll just, I think I might have something for that. Go for plastic, shall we? Okay, there we are. Right, okay. Yeah, it's all nice and shiny in there, isn't it? I'm not sure how this works. Look, it's got like a cam on the clutch there. Okay, right, so that's done for now. Right, so this is the outer clutch plate, which obviously when you push that cam thing pushes down on there when you pull the lever, which locks a clutch then for you to be able to pedal start it. So the next stage is we've got a big circlip here, which I've got to try and remove, and that should hopefully release this clutch unit. So bear with me, I'll need 2 hands to do this. Get this circlip out, and then hopefully we can remove that. Okay, well, that was easy enough. So that's the circlip off, and then this should be all the clutch mechanism in here. There's the clutch plate and a spring, and then we've got another bolt there, or nut to come off. So I'm just going to make a note of all this, because you know what my memory's like. So I'll just quick make a note of this and put this somewhere safe. Well, using the impact driver, these two securing this nut and the washer there, and apparently they're supposed to just slip off the crankshaft, which it's not. So I don't want to force anything, so I'm going to come back, read up on it again, and see if we can get that off, and then we take this primary drive off, and hopefully we can get the engine apart. Well, it's now evening now, and I've decided not to try and prize anything or anything like that, because I'm bound to damage it. I have had a look on the Facebook group for the NVT Easy Rider. One chap came back to me, said he'd done 2 engines and they're absolute pigs to get these off. But I have had a look, and this looks like 2 holes for a puller. So I've ordered, I think it's going to be the same, a Pooch Maxi clutch puller, adjustable. So hopefully it will go into these holes, and then that should lift this out. And then apparently the sprocket underneath is also another piece, but that needs a puller as well. But we'll come to that when we get to it. So yeah, it's always something, isn't it? But it was 24-hour delivery. It's Friday now. It was in the afternoon, so probably be here Monday perhaps. So as I say, I'm going to do it all through the week, bits and pieces for this whole video. But well, I'll have to get on and do something else for now, wouldn't I? So yeah, that's it. I'll be back to you once I get me puller come. Right, back a couple of days later now. Yesterday, Saturday, the next day, this puller came, and I got a bit excited. I didn't film it, but I just thought something was going to break. But actually, it did do it. There was no way this was going to be prized off. It was a bang, and that came off. But what I've done, this is just an idea. I've got someone off of YouTube, because I've got a habit of losing shims and what have you. Just put a cable tie around the whole lot, and then you can't go wrong later on, because you know where these shims go. So that one's done. I think now it's just this to come off. Whether this comes off or on the taper, I'm not sure. I'll undo that in a moment, and that's as far as we can go then. All the pedal shafts and that are inside, but it does recommend, once you split the engine, if we split the engine that is, then release it all from the right hand side, and then all the other little bits just come out. So let's get this one off and see if this whole thing comes off. Right, so I'm going to use the impact gun again, hopefully, and hold this, and this hopefully will come off, this nut. There we go. Okay, there we are. That's easy enough. Must be a washer there somewhere, I should think. Right, will this just slide off? No, of course not. So I think this is going to have to use pulleys again to get this one off. try and save that washer first, and then I'll try and get this off. Probably have to use pullers of some sort. So bear with me on that one. This is going to not be easy to get off, is it? So I'll come back to you. We'll get that one off. Well, lucky enough, that same puller does this as well, because it's adjustable. So let's see how we get on with this. This is going to be easier said than done. I've got to try and stop this turning. I'll try and do what I did with the clutch to start with, but try and get that on over there. Hopefully that will stop it once we tighten it down. If not, I'll have to come up with another idea. There we go. It's a horrible bang, isn't it? But there we go. Any shims in there? No. There we go. Right. Okay. So no shims there. Takes us down to the bearing in there then. Okay. Right. What I'm going to do, as previously done, I'm going to put the cable tie around there. We know it's going to be, but I'm bound to forget near the time. So we do that, and then now we can try and get the bolts out the other side, which are actually screws, which is going to be fun. And then we can try and tap the engine apart. Right, so we've got about there's five screws there, and another 4 here. Now, before I start going mad and ruining the heads of these bolts, I'm going to go around like I did last time and just tap each one of these, just to give it a little bit of a you know, a start to get it coming off. But hopefully we won't have any problems. I don't like the idea of screws. I don't know how really tight you can get those, but I prefer bolts. But never mind. I'll just go around, tap all these, hopefully loosen them off, and then we can try and separate the engine. Well, I think my motto now is always expect the worst. So before I actually manage to damage all the screw heads, just go around with the impact driver, and there was 2 or 3 that were stuck, and I just heated up just down there on the case, and now they're all loose. So let's get all them out. I'll have to make sure I get the length right, probably different lengths, but I'm just going to go around and take all them out. Right, well, I've got the cases out, and I've just used this rubber mallet on this bit, the only bit you can get to, which is sort of breaking the seal there. Now I've just got to debate how to get this off without prizing it. So bear with me on this one. I'll just go around and eventually hopefully tap this apart, and we can see what's inside there. Right, there we go. After tapping this little bit here, the indentation bit, that was able to get the crankshaft end off. And then looking at the Haynes manual, it just says hold this part here and bang the pedal shaft down. So it's actually now just about loose. So we can take this off without hopefully putting everything else out. So just give it a bit more. Just give it a bit more of a tap through there. Nearly. Just the pedal shaft, I think. Go. Right, what have we got here? Bit of a rusty crankshaft, and this is the pedal gear with a little chain on it. So I'm hoping this will just tap out. I think. I know this has probably got to go into some groove somewhere later. Alright, let's see if we can get this out. The pedal shaft assembly all seems in pretty good condition. I've just got to be careful because I've got some shims on here, so I have to just be a bit careful with those. But they all look okay. Just a bit of a clean up. Excuse my nose, I'm suffering from hay fever again. looking at the other half of the crankcase, look at that, well, don't think that really wants to move. Look how gummed up that is. So just got to knock the crankshaft out, and I'm going to leave it for today. I'll knock out the bearings and that, and then hopefully next episode, as I said, it's going to go on for too long. Next episode we'll see if we can get it all cleaned. Hopefully we can reassemble it. Well, I have managed to tap the bearings out now, just heated it up for now with the blowtorch. They just came out all right with the seals as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it all a deep clean. As I say, I was hoping to do this in one video, but it's going to take ages to get it back together again, right, isn't it? So we'll leave it for this week. That's a strip down of the engine, and next week we'll see if we can get it back together again, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching. You take care. See you soon. Bye for now.